Okay, it's live. Good morning, everybody. So yesterday I was building this model kit. Is not a toy. You really can't be rough with it. I mean the figure right beside of it is Devastator, and he can be handled better, I guess. So this is still a model kit. When you move it, you got to make sure you're being careful not to move it too quickly. The arm will come out of the socket. Probably the leg will come off here at some point from bending it so much because you're every time you turn things, you're turning it loose. So anyway, it's a model kit. It is took several hours. I tried to I videoed every step of the way for the first time on my iPhone 13, which is what I got for Christmas. Now, when I went to plug it up, it showed me the videos I have, and I was like, I swear I made more than this. When I offloaded the videos and deleted them, I found out there were still videos that were trapped on my phone and it won't show on the computer. Now, is there some kind of setting I need to change? That's what I need to find out. If y'all know, otherwise I'll just have to look it up because I didn't get to the comics I got yesterday because I was working on this all day and I did not feel like making any more videos. I was so tired from just sitting so long. I don't know if you guys, if anybody has to work for a living sitting down, no way. I never sat down that much in my life. Well, I mean, I say that all the time, but so this is from Rob, aka Comic Book Collector. I got two bundles right here. He had he does them every Sunday night, I guess, but I never stay up that late. But here lately, I'm so exhausted from walking on the beach that I fall asleep right after talking to my mom. I remember one time I was talking to my mom. I turned over and went out to sleep like a lamb. Like I was out tired, and I woke up around I don't know what time. I woke up. I was like, oh, he's on TV. He's on the YouTubes right now. So I was like, well, let's see what he's got that I might want. Now, I like dollar comics, of course, but my gosh, there's some $3 comics. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't pass up on them. So most of these are $3. What I'm understanding is, I guess he does the dollar comics at the end. So I watched all the way to the end because I was like, I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't make it. Even after taking a nap, we went till after 12:30. I remember I was like, how does he have the energy? I guess he takes naps. Like I don't know. I'm too old. I can't be doing that. I'm not. I remember back in high school, I'd stay up late to watch Saturday Night Live. I'm like, pfft. Yeah, I'm like, I can't do that now. There's no way. Oh, no way. So this is the first half of them. Like I said, I'll get this all angled out right because my table has got a lot of junk on it. I mean, I got, let me just give you a little preview of what I got here. I got the little dude right here that'll be showing on Monday. I still haven't figured out which Gundam he is. I got this dude, which I guess I need to make a separate video for him. I think I did a live build of him. And then I made about I don't know, 7 hours of video for him, which that took a lot longer, but there was a lot of pieces you had to clip off and file off. All right, so, and we also in the background, we got Brainiac, we got the Power Rangers Megazord, which I think is really cool. It's a really weird one. We got, what is her name? Ariel, I think, no, that's not Ariel, but it is one of the Witches of Mercury Gundam. We have Get Robo Black variant, and we got Cowboy Jetfire. I need to check that. I think those little hats, I got some more right here. They fell on the floor, and of course, I got cat hair all over them. Where did I put them? I think the cats got them again. I think the cats think they're like little mice and they're trying to kill them. Oh, and then Zartan got a pew pew. It's just how it's cutting out the sprues. I was like, it looks like a little gun. There we go. We gave it to my favorite Zartan. I say he's my favorite for Zartan. He's my favorite O-ring Zartan. Let me put it that way. I do like the original more, but right, let me put this. This is my favorite Pocket Pal Zartan. There we go. Because the O-ring original one, he's got things that fall off, and I ain't having that. Plus, my original that I had as a child, those things are long gone. You're not here for that, I know. So let me get to the comics. Ooh, there's a big glare on it because it's still dark outside. Yeah, that's why I do these things. That's why I was like, why not do it? Why not do it right now? If Rob can do this at midnight, I can do it right now. No, there's a reason for it. I just realized there's no supplemental light coming through the windows. We have a window right there, 2 windows over there where the sink is, and that's the south right there. And then I had to actually cover up this because in the afternoon, if I'm here, it'll put me to sleep because that light shines in. Speaking of sleep, oh well. All right, so the cats let me sleep late today. I was like, it's already like 5:30 or something. Big Bang Comics. I really, these are so much fun to read. They're kind of parodies of Golden Age comics. Now these were $3 each. Most of that, I guess, is if I figure out something's $1, I'll tell you, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And I do make a list on my Excel so I can go back and check it twice and find out who's naughty and nice. So we have Silver Age or I guess this is the Silver Age version of it. We have a Silver Age Blitz, which is, of course, the Flash OT Man, not Ultraman, since obviously there's two people that taken that, DC and Kaju. So it's OT Man, which is obviously their Superman Mighty Man pinup. That's obviously Shazam. The Night Watchman is obviously Batman. So yeah, you can see the, oh my gosh, I forgot the word. Anagrams. There's a word for it. I can't think off the top of my head because I just kind of woke up. And All-Star Comics, I love these when I was a kid. I had most of these when I was a kid. I don't remember having this one in particular, but he had all the ones to fill in my blanks. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, except for the only ones he had that I already had was like 1 through 3, which are great. I mean, because those things are, number ones are always hard to get. This one's number 18. I, when I first saw this, number one, I was like, I'm not paying $10 for a fancy schmancy one. I'll just get the $5 one. And then when I started getting these reprints from other places, I started regretting that choice. I was like, I should have got the 5. Well, I think it was $10 at Fanboys Comics up in Wilmington, but I think that was the overpriced because you know how I only been to Fanboys like maybe twice. I don't really go to Wilmington unless I have to. And I didn't see anywhere else. So for $5, I passed on it. I just got for $10, I passed on and got the regular one. Now for $5, if I had a choice between and Marvel's pretty good about not making the chrome ones anymore. So I think I got this for $3. So I was like, ha ha, Fanboys, I got it for even cheaper. Oh, and the Tales of the Teen Titans. Now I've got most of them, so anything I don't have, it has to be rare, and I can't find them anywhere. We don't have the comic book shop that I go to. It's only got about maybe not even a fourth of its comics. Like the back corner, there's 3 rows of doubles. Well, it's hard to explain, but imagine there's a shop, and the middle island is a glass casing all the way around with the it's not really where you check out. You check out up here. Mostly it's like video games on this side, weird anime figures. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say weird. Anime figures over here. I was really tempted to get a Mega Man one time. But it was so cute and adorable. I mean, Mega Man's cute, but that was a bit ridiculous. And over here, there's mostly hodgepodge of a lot of things, but their comics are only like maybe a fourth or a fifth of the store, and it's called Player's Choice, not Comic Book Choice. So I'm not downing you at all if you're watching this. I know that one of the guys there is sub to me. Not at all downing you. I'm just saying, like, I wish there was more comics. That's all. That's just me. But I do buy other stuff out of there. I buy the Gundam kits sometimes, and I buy they got great deals on the Gundam kits, and Hobby Lobby's got the best deals on Gundam kits, but they only have like, it's like it's like going to a niche little store that has like 5 or 6 model kits as opposed to going to a buffet. And they got a much better selection, I guess you could say, than Hobby Lobby. And also they have video games, which I did buy a video game last time because I'm, for some reason getting back into that. Now here's one I thought was interesting. Again, these are all $3. I think it's basically 1 or 2 or 3 comics inside, and yeah, I looked it up when we were doing the thing, and it's got some comics I don't have because these are like really early Green Lantern when Green Arrow joined up with him. And he had a lot of really old Green Lanterns, and this stuff is, to me, the best thing ever. thecollectivecomics.com. So, yeah, I mean, this was stuff I didn't even have when I was a kid. This was even before my time, even though, well, no, hold on, how is this April 1984? I thought they were at 200. See, my brain is messed up on this. I really thought that they were like, I remember reading like 200 when they got the Green Lantern Corps, but I felt like that was at 80. Whatever. So slight little nip off right there, but that's fine. Yeah, okay, so that's weird. Okay, maybe I just skipped that issue altogether, because I remember one of the earliest ones I remember is when a guy was touching tattoos and making them come to life. and there was this weird melted man on the, I don't know. Okay, that has got to be what's his face. No, it's oh yeah, it's Staten. I was about to say that is Staten's art right there, and Staten did do Green Lantern, Guy Gardner. And here are some comics. So I wasn't sure if he bag and boarded only the $3 ones and not the dollar ones, but I guess it's just whatever. I don't know. Maybe these are the dollar ones. Probably. Now I think about it, because I think Robin wasn't that much, because Robins aren't that hard to get around here. Is that Damian Wayne? Because he at first had this weird white suit on. Huh. I didn't know Damian Wayne showed up in Robin. I didn't read this late into Robin. I read like the first, I don't know, 20 or 30 issues, but it was way before 2008, that's for sure. Yeah, so Damian Wayne, I think he came around 2006, I'm guessing. I had the very first issue of Damian Wayne in, it's like Batman 668 or something. Somewhere around that. I got it. I actually bought it higher than normal price, just, well, not higher than cover price, I should say, not higher than normal price. I got a good deal on it. Punisher 29, number 3. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I used to hate Punisher until I actually read it. Now I love it. You got Excalibur 63. Now Excaliburs aren't that hard to find around here, so these must be the dollar ones, because that's what I'm thinking. Elementals, yeah, I would not pay $3 for Elemental. It's not that good. So this must be the dollar stuff. All right. I'm just trying to figure out how this works. I'm still... Yeah, I would never pay more than $1 for Wolverine and the X-Men. Nobody wanted this. And I was like, you know what? I'll take them. And I don't know. I mean, this character shows up in one of my video games. He's actually one of my more powerful characters. If it's... I haven't played that game in a while, because when they wanted to update it, my phone didn't have enough memory. So I was like, oh, dang. Because I like the game only because it's got Arachnite, which is the Infinity Warps, and it has Iron Hammer, and this is one of my more powerful characters. It's what is his name? He wears plain clothes basically, and he has that pink hair, and he can mimic anybody's abilities. He has like the Phoenix's abilities most of the time I see on the screen. If you put him on there, you're gonna probably win. I just can't think of his name. I haven't played that game in a long time, and I think that's Legion. So a minute, we got 5 of 5, 4 of 5, 2 of 5, and 1 of 5. So I didn't get 3 of 5, but I only think that's all he had. I mean, you know. So, okay. Nobody wanted this either, which I was kind of surprised about. I've read Doom 2099 number 1. I definitely want more. It's a very intriguing concept. I'm still trying to figure out: is he real? Is he a descendant of Doom? Is he Doom? Is he somebody? I redeemed Doom, like he's been through so much and he's just kind of like whatever, you know, he's actually extended his life. I'm still figuring that out, but I've only read 1 issue, so I can't do much. The reason I grabbed this one was because it said welcome to 2099. Oh, it's got the blue X-Men. I actually, you know, I hate modern comics. I say that all the time, and I'm sure people hate me saying that, but X-Men Blue was actually a fun read. I read every issue of X-Men Blue, and I really liked it. I think it's cool that he got fire wings. He kept his powers, which I didn't read that. It was a crossover series with Guardians of the Galaxy that came before this. So I didn't get those issues, and I need to find those sometime and read them. I love Bloodstorm. There's something about Bloodstorm that makes me feel very sympathetic toward her. And Beast got into like archaic arts, which is really strange. This is Wolverine's son in an alternate universe. Who else kept their... I think Iceman kept his powers. These two kept their cosmic powers. Yeah, it was... I really actually enjoyed it. So is this actually X-Men? Oh, I just realized this is X-Men Blue. So that's what I hate about modern comics. I don't care. I don't care if I got the same issue twice. So yeah, I've already got the X-Men Blue all the way through. I was thinking it was only 30 issues, but it was a really fun run. So I've already read this, but shoot, I'll read it again. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it. I know that a lot of people hate it because of what happened to Bobby, but whatever. He's not that important to me. And plus, the way I interpret it was Jean Grey didn't figure it out. She made him that way. She, if you read the panels, and I did, I was like, oh, I think she made him that way because she was ticked off. And, you know, if you're a teenager and you're ticked off, you'll just do anything to get back at somebody. So we got Robin again. Generation X was a comic book that I didn't read back in the day. I always kind of found it intriguing, but I just figured, why? The toys look like Gumby figures, but now I'm like, you know what? I want to go back and read them all. The Teen Titans. I love the Teen Titans, and Blackfire was one of my favorites. I had this back in the day. I remember it. I love Blackfire. I think she is amazing. No, I mean, I don't like it. She's evil, but yeah. Oh, it must be back to the $3 comics. Okay, so yeah, here's Marvel's Greatest Comics. I like it because it's a reprint of a comic that I'll never be able to afford, and the art on the cover is beautiful. But I definitely am looking forward to reading this. Now, tell me if this is true. I've heard that these don't reprint the whole thing. It only reprints, like, back then they used to do 2 or 3 stories per issue, but now it takes like several issues to make one story. Oh, honey, right now she doesn't want to go out. She wants to hang out here. Well, hold on a minute. I'm about done with these. I got another thing of these to do. She just wants some loving. Let me give her 11. I remember having this one back in the day. This guy right here is from, like, well, they're back in World War II. This was, the All-Star Comics was set in, it was still whenever there was several Earths, and they were back in World War II. And he was like, kind of like their Hitler, so to speak, without having to step on anybody's toes by producing somebody with that. I don't know. I just remember he was definitely part of the Third Reich. You know, kind of like Red Skull, kind of in the Marvel Universe. The court has found you guilty and your sentence should be destroyed. So this is a different Robot Man than the Robot Man from Doom Patrol. Interesting. So it kind of reminds me of the episode where Data was put on trial. And to be honest with you, Star Trek borrowed a lot from other people. Like Voyager borrowed heavily from Red Dwarf. I mean, we had a hologram member of the ship, like Red Dwarf. There was a lot of things on Star Trek Voyager. I liked it, but I'm like going, they already did this on Red Dwarf. So, but most people in America didn't know what Red Dwarf was because they didn't watch PBS. Whoa. MTV. Wow, you're early today. Cool pickups. Hey. Yeah, I figured I wanted to get this done so whenever I can go and put these on the computer. So All-Star Comics and more All-Star Comics. All right, we got the other bag over here. And let me figure out how to put these where they won't slide off into the oblivion. Now, did you take my cowboy hats? The cats like to play with things. I had 2 cowboy hats stacked up here. I found them on the floor. And now, here they are. I put them somewhere the cats couldn't get to them as easily. That's what it was. These are the 2 cowboy hats. I was going to check to see if they fit on Super Joe's. All right. Here are the next comics. And remember, these are all $3 that I paid for them. I gotta get all the hair off of them. Oh yeah, the New Mutants. I had all of the New Mutants, and I still have quite a few of them. And yes, there's a lot of ticks on it. He shows you all this stuff, and then he leafs through it to make sure there's nothing messed up inside of it. So he's very thorough during the sales. But yeah, I read all the New Mutants when I was a kid, up to like 50. Spider-Boy is the newest comic book. I don't usually buy new comic books, but I figured I have a number 2 because I had a snowboarder on the front. I thought it was interesting. So this one's a spoof, obviously. It almost looks like a 3D because it's got, you know, that red and blue. Makes me wonder if it's supposed to be a 3D thing. No, I'm just trying to figure out because it definitely looks like a 3D image. Either that or the printing press got off. But it's definitely a spoof of the Spider-Man whenever he was introduced to the Fantastic Four. So, yeah. And we got Thing. Now, I have quite a few gaps in my Marvel 2-in-1 collection. There's over 100 of them, if you count the annuals. Against the Mystery Menace, and it looks like a spider. Oh, okay, I have the issue right after this then, because I got her, she's standing here, there's a web, and there's people caught in the web. And Invisible Girl's in the second, I thought it was number 33. But yeah, his girlfriend turns into like a spider woman, like a literal spider woman, like she's half woman, half spider. Like the bottom half are like a centaur. So yeah, that issue, I would definitely know what's going on there. So he's like the Green Lantern. I don't know what she's like, but this is again, if you've ever read any Squadron, it's weird. Like both the things I got were very much similar to each other. Like All Star Squadron and Big Bang are semi-related. This is like a spoof of it. Now a lot of these are black and white, which means they're coloring books. So this is a top secret origins issue. Thought you were my friend. Not since you turned evil, Ultiman. All right. See, we got Golden Age and we got Golden Age. Now, this isn't a Golden Age comic. It's just a Golden Age Heroes. Because the Superman on here has the white hair on this side, and Wonder Woman wears her tiara over her hair. And they're fighting against the Liberty Legion, I think is what they're called. Or is that's Marvel. Uncle Sam, the Legion, I can't remember. And this is obviously a parody of whenever the Justice League was around a table and the smoke came up and it was the Justice Society coming through. So that's a parody of that. Yeah, that's what's fun about Big Bang Comics there. This is the Justice League logo. That's another thing you got to pay attention to, like the logos. They give away what you're seeing a parody of. I forgot about that. All right, well. Oh, that is a very cool character. I think it's like their Dr. Fate. Big Bang. Riddle of the Sphinx. That was a game on Atari that I hated. I used to say Riddle of the Sphinx stinks. I'm just looking at, like, there's so many things on the cover to look at. Yeah, so I got a lot of gaps filled in. That's good. Oh, this must be some more dollars. Oh, membership gifts. We get gifts too. I'll look at those last. Indiana Jones. These are fantastic reads. If you ever like watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, you'll love the comics. It's like the further adventures of Indiana Jones. And he had quite a few on there that night, and I had most of them, sadly, because I always want more of those. They're great reads. I vaguely remember reading this when I was a kid. Because his name is Steel, and he's made of steel, so it's a Joe Kubert art, too. I definitely had this when I was a kid. I remember it. That's why when I saw it, I was like, do I have this one? I had to go like, there was like, no, I don't. I definitely remember this because I thought, oh, no. No. Here is one of the oldest comics that I got, and its cover is in wrinkly condition. I think he always goes through like the conditions. He takes one, flips through them, and see if there's any missing panels or whatever. Green Lantern or Green Arrow without a beard. Why? Maybe because he wanted to. Yeah, but in issue 94, that's not even 100s yet. I have never read anything that old, except for reprints, of course. Now, nobody wanted this, but I actually grabbed it because this does not look like something I want to see. But this character, when he flipped through, I was like, oh, I have that toy, and it's actually right over here. If I can, I got the comic book standing on top of it. Hold on. But yeah, I got the toy to this. Not you. You're close, buddy. You're one of my favorites too. It's one of my favorite action figures. I actually had the 10-inch one when I was in the 90s. And I was like, yeah, I was a kid back then. But this is the action figure that goes with this. So see, he doesn't look crazy like he does on this. But when he flipped through it, I was like, oh, that's him. A steel figure. Didn't know there wasn't Indiana Jones comics. Yeah, it was back in the 80s. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. He does the Silverhawks thing. And then, I guess his brother, you can say, his flashback from Silverhawks, does the wing thing too. You might say I like green things and then green wing things. So that's the reason I got this one. It's plus it's 90s, so 90s is good stuff. Oh, here's another oldie. This is 184, but this is definitely after I started reading. So that was good. And then we got membership gifts. I didn't know we did that. So let's see what we got in the membership gifts. Oh, and more things. So membership gifts. Thank you, Rob. All right, well, that's interesting. I have some of these actually. You know, people say you never can find these. I actually kind of find them quite regularly at the thrift stores around here. I don't know why people don't snatch them up, but here we go. Rex Zombie Killer, BDI. These pages are extremely glossy. Somebody made a comment the other day about how old comics have that paper that deteriorates over time. I'm going, I'd rather have the deteriorating paper than these glossy pages. Anyway, that's just me. And we got Batman number 29 from the new universe. This is after the new 52 crashed. I don't know anything. Is this Tom King's era? Because I know Tom King got a lot of stuff. Yep, Tom King. Janin, Petrus, Chung. I don't. Okay, cool. So it's free. It's free. So it's not like not a thing. Plus, you get discounts sometimes. Like I had a $10 discount from Christmas or something. I don't know if it's you pay a certain amount, you get a certain discount or whatever. But man, you can't beat cheap comic book collector. I mean, you may think $3 for an issue, free shipping if you're a channel member, and it's only $3 a month. Yeah, you cannot beat that. That's just really good. Definitely, you should check out Cheap Comic Book Collector. And oh, I shouldn't tell you that. Then I had more competition. Well, yeah, maybe you'll buy the stuff I hate. Let me put it that way. You know, that just don't touch the Green Lanterns. You can touch all the Spider-Mans you want. I only wanted this one because of that one character, and that's because I've had this figure since the 90s, and I don't even know where his gun is. He had a little gun on his side, and I just always thought he was really cool, but there's never anything about him in the comics, I thought, until I saw this one on the thing. I was like, whoa, let me show you, because you're like, you don't believe me, I know. You're like, no, you're lying. No, but when he started flipping through it, I was like, that's him. It didn't look like him on the cover. See the thing right there, the way his, well, the armor's a little different, but still. There he is right there with the wings flapped out. So he's more mechanical than the original Vulture. The original Vulture, I'm not sure how he had his flight abilities. I was never a huge Spider-Man fan. I mean, I read Spider-Man just as much as any other schoolyard kid. But I wasn't like, oh my gosh, Spider-Man's the greatest thing on earth. Yeah, not really. But this is from the cartoon, so I figured that the cartoon, it just never did impact the comics. So here's a good picture of him right there. Oh, we're starting to see light outside. Yay. There's his wings. There's a good picture. Look at that. There's mechanical wings. He's got 2 layers of wings on that one. See the extra layer? Mine only has, well, there's the 2 layers on the back. All right, whatever. And the chest armor. His hair's longer on that one. Well, he kind of has a mullet, I guess, in the back. But his helmet goes all the way around. But anyway, I just was like surprised. Oh, he even has the detail on the leg right there. But that's the reason I bought this one as well. I was like, yeah, that's a cool character. So he looks more insane than I thought. He looks like the Green Goblin mixed up with him, sort of. You know what I'm saying? So that's an interesting one. I do want to find out more about what it was like in the comic. How did that cross over? I really don't remember him in the cartoon, really. Back then, you know, we didn't have on demand. So if you didn't watch it that Saturday morning, you missed it. And then you have to wait until summer again. And then summer, you're too busy. So you missed it again. So, you know. I just knew the toy was absolutely cool. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out this morning. I'm surprised anybody's up this morning. I just wanted to do this live. Again, the reason was because when I tried to do the videos yesterday, the ones that went over an hour will not come off the camera, and I don't know how to fix that, but I'll figure it out. Because I wanted to show on Monday, Model Kit Monday over Mega Monday. I created this yesterday, and it took, some videos were like close to an hour or over an hour, and it took forever because it had to really do a lot of shaving it down. And it's not a toy. It's 6 inches tall, and it is, if you move it too fast, you're going to make things fall off, like his arm will come off easy. He is a model kit. He is not a toy. He's a posable model kit like any other Gundams. These guys, I hope that they get the license. Now, this is, of course, a combiner, but I really hope that those guys right there, here's RC, for instance. I hope they get the license in Mega Man because I would love to see all the Mega Man like this. And these, you can play with these more. These are much more high quality. These still are model kits, though. So you can't just put them in your pocket. I don't trust them in my pocket. This guy, I can put him in my pocket. I trust him. Him, no, he will never go in my pocket. There's no way. And on these things, the way the kit maker made it, you had to really shave it down to get these halves to go together because the pips weren't on the outside. They were on the other side. Now, that's good and bad. I wasn't prepared for it, so it was bad. And I just need to get a shaver and clean it up a little bit. You need to make sure before you build a model kit like this one, if you buy it off of AliExpress, have sanding paper with you, or files, have really good sharp fiskers, nippers, and that's the main things you really do. You might even have to have some glue. I had to glue a piece on because when I was trying to push it down, it snapped because I couldn't quite get it. Here it is. This is the one I had to glue in. So maybe I should switch hands because he does have another hand. This is his other hand because, you know, Mega Man has that cannon arm. So I probably should switch it since the glue does make it a little bit more messy. That's why I hate glue, but sometimes you have to use it. So, and he does come with 3 different faces. One of them looks like he's angry, and then one of them looks like he's like, oh no, I can't do it. And I'm like, yeah, this one looks like he's more determined. So yeah, this is the Mega Man that I loved. When I saw it right away, I bought the Super Nintendo game, and he just looks like Gundam mixed with Mega Man. Like the blue's still there from the original Mega Man, but that white looks like Gundam, like wrapped him up into a Gundam outfit. That's what caught my eye when I first saw it. I remember seeing it at Blockbuster for $12.99 for the Mega Man for Super Nintendo on sale, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know it existed. I bought it right there on the spot because I was like, that's just too cool. And it's a fun game. Sadly, I don't have it anymore. I went down to one system. And anyway, so hey, so thanks for those who came out. McFarlane made me still. Okay, I read that one. I think still figure it in the form. Yeah, so hopefully Mattel will. I don't know. I mean, I guess they'll continue their 6-inch figures. One thing I'm hoping Mattel will do when they get the line from McFarlane for Mattel or for Hasbro. What am I trying to say here? For DC, I hope that they take like they did with their Masters Universe. They took Sunman, that whole property, they took it under the Masters Universe Origins. Once they get DC, I hope they take Warlord, which is a DC character, which I didn't get any comics of, and all those. Like if you look in any of these really old 80s comics, you're going to most likely, if you get the right spot, like this one probably has in it, you're going to find there is a Warlord ad and other characters from Remco that look like He-Man figures. Yeah, this one might be a little bit early. This is 82. No, I'm guessing this is too early. He-Man was right on the cusp. Like he came out before cartoons were allowed to have anything to do with the toys. And I think that changed in 84 because G.I. Joe couldn't have a commercial. Their commercial was promoting the comic. So, yeah, I don't know. But look it up. So they did Warlord and some other figures. So I hope now that they got the DC license, they'll produce those in the Origins. And it would be cool if they took the idea that they did for Savage Lands from Funko and make that like a He-Man DC crossover with the Origins style. That would be awesome. So that would be nice to see those in the line. Have a great day. I have been sitting too long once again, and yesterday I kept on complaining. I was like, I can't sit for an hour. It's just too much. All right, I'm going to put these into my comic book guide and let the cat out before she's giving that evil eye right now, like, I want to go out. Whoa. If Mattel makes the figures like the WWE to come with another head, alternate hands, and some weapons, etc., that'd be great. I won't be getting the same. Yeah, I hate having to buy the same ones over. That's why whenever when Marvel took over the Hasbro license from Toy Biz, I had them already in one size, and I had to buy them in 6-inch, and then I went down to 3. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm trying to catch up, trying to get the same ones over and over again. No, we're not doing that anymore. I wish I had never went to the 6-inch line, just kept the old ones. And then if when they got the 4-inch ones, yeah, do the 4-inch ones, I guess. I feel like I spent way too much money on the sides going up and down, up and down, up and down. All right. Did I miss that last one? For DC, I mean, yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah. So hopefully they will put them into the Masters Universe thing, because I think that would be finally a warlord that I can have. I still have my Hercules from my childhood. But I never did get Warlord or Diamos or the Wolfman, whatever his name is, or Arak. I definitely want an Arak. Oh, I want both versions of Arak, the one where the original and the Mohawk. All right, maybe I'll make a head change. That's all you gotta do. All right, have a great day.